got them watches.
I'm comfortable.
In the same day they took my brother watches, I beat the out G baby on tape. He didn't even try to swing back. He in that screaming, yelling, Division 5 got ugly, had blood leaking from his teeth.
Show your face. Show your face, please. With sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. Alright? We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. Alright, now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, it's looking like the time has finally come where Lil Zay Osama has addressed the incident that happened where it said that he got robbed for his watches by THF members, allegedly. While THF Kino was alleging that Lil Zay got slimed out by his own homies, Lil Zay Osama stood on the fact that he feels that that's false and THF members actually stole his watches in the hotel room while he was asleep. From the outside looking in, neither story was 100% confirmed, but Lil Zay Osama will argue back and forth with THF members on Clubhouse as they would also send threats back and forth to each other. And this was strange because if y'all remember, this is not too long after Zay was just signed to OTF by Lil Durk. So for him to be into it with THF members while signed to Lil Durk, who is a THF affiliate, that's like a major conflict of interest. On top of all that, now that we think about it, we haven't really seen Lil Durk and Lil Zay hanging with each other too much after this whole situation transpired. So I wonder what's the energy like between Zay and the rest of them. You know, I'm sure that his recent song off his new project dissing THF members isn't going to help the situation at all. Now, Lil Zay Osama just dropped a project called For the Trenches at midnight that consisted of 15 songs. It includes tracks featuring Rob 49, Lil Durk, Too Rare, and Kasha TG. The song that caught everyone's attention happens to be That Time Again because he addresses the situation where his watches were taken and alleges that he got a THF member by the name of THF Baby beat up in county jail behind the whole incident. He also says that 6300 block is the quote, real bellboys. Now, he didn't say 6300 block, you know, verbatim, but that's where he's from, so that's what everybody's running with. And it's kind of interesting because, you know, 63rd and, you know, the whole OTF and O block just don't mix. We just gonna leave it at that. Now, let's get into what Lil Zay actually said in the lyrics. Now, he said, quote, told phone up in the county, they stole them watches, catch them, stomp them. I need me some new ops, make Chicago fun again, F it. I don't gotta pay to get you touched. I paid him just because that N-word stole, chop his hands off. He flew out of town, he got locked up, A, knock his mans off. He was yelling, cuff me. I shouldn't have trusted him, the N-words fanned out. Big folks on the way, they just let Little and Sam out. Gra gra. We'll get into it with the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll shoot him in his face. F it, N-word, we ain't ducking. All the hoods D-riding them N-words to get it till it's busting. 10 million on me, the Chris Vec and his B-word, I had to stuff it. Real belt boys, them N-words ain't never stood over nothing. So, it's interesting because he's admitting that he had something to do with THF Baby getting hands put on him while he was in jail. But it's interesting more at the fact that he signed to Lil Durk and really going at it with THF. Then saying things like, we'll get into it with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He pretty much saying he don't care about the whole THF46 because that's where it stems from. It stems from the 46 and THF, and it's blatant disrespect because he's saying he'll get into it with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He don't care. You know, but we know that there's guys like THF Bezu who is also affiliated heavy with Lil Durk. So it's like, do Durk pick sides or do they even get into it with each other? Like, how is that? It must be like a conflict of interest. How does it work? Imagine Bezu being around with Lil Zay Osama with Lil Durk at a show or something, knowing that Lil Zay Osama dissed THF and the rest of them guys. How does that work? And I don't see Bezu as being someone who would just sit there and be comfortable knowing that you dissing, you know, Bezu. Well, THF, which is pretty much Bezu. When you think of THF, the first person you're gonna think of is Bezu. Alright, and there's other guys, you know, they got some members, but like I said, man, it's a conflict of interest. And it's kind of weird, you know, seeing these guys go back and forth. I actually like Lil Zay Osama. I personally think he should have stayed independent. He didn't need to sign with anybody. It really didn't make sense, especially signing to Lil Durk. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to sign to anybody, it must be like a big record label if you already got your own stuff going on. You know, it make no sense in signing to another guy who's, you know, got his own thing, but he's not like, you know, a big platform. Like, when you think a guy signing, you think Atlantic, you think Universal, you think like a big record group. You know, but that's just me. Everybody got their own feelings towards it, man. But that's pretty much it. Your boy Lil Zay Osama coming at some THF members. Let's see where this goes. Y'all jump in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.